Hey everybody, welcome into another episode with FanMedia Network. I'm your host, Sunday Ely, and today we're talking the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. You're not going to want to miss this one. We had a heck of a good time. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into another episode with FanMedia Network, your Chicago Bears fan show. I'm your host, Sunday Ely. Today we have with us Tony Dowe, aka TD Phins Talk. TD, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
I'm doing fabulous, as you already know. So let's talk Dolphins and Bears. Joint practices and a scrimmage preseason game coming up here. What can Bears fans expect from this Dolphins team?
Bears fans, honestly, they can expect a lot of heartache and misery.
Oh God.
Yes. This team is gonna be one of the most underrated teams this year. I think all Miami Dolphin fans are proud of what we've constructed. I think the biggest test starting today for practices will be our offensive line versus the Bears defensive line. But they're gonna have a lot to contend with because our defense looks to be top 3 in the NFL this year. Yes, I said top 3 in the NFL. As you know, we locked down our corner. Xavier Howard. We have Byron Jones on the other side. We've improved our run defense and pass rush, and we look to take that next step. You know, we were one of the best defensive teams last year, but this year we've polished up some of our weak areas, and I think Justin Fields and company they'll struggle against it. So.
Let's talk about the promotion of Coach Jean-Pierre to the offensive line coach. Now, your offensive line is pretty young and youthful, so I'm personally excited to see how they go up against what I would consider an elite defense with the Chicago Bears. Let us know your thoughts about that.
Well, yes, our offensive line is young. Pierre, he brings a lot to the table. The thing is, we had 3 rookies on the O-line last year. All 3 rookies played well with the exception of one who got hurt, which was our highest draft pick in Austin Jackson. But they started to have a lot of camaraderie. We were pretty bad in run blocking, but pass protection, I like to think that we did a good job. You know, Tua has, his ups and downs with holding the ball. But overall, the offensive line definitely got better, bringing in Liam Eichenberg from college. This is the guy who allowed 0 sacks in the last 2 years coming out of college. Some people projected him first round, and we were able to get him in a steal, which we traded up. But I just think overall, with the collective unit and the way that they're looking in camp so far, we have definitely improved. Are we there yet? I'm not going to say that we're there yet, but what I will tell you, especially coming up against the Bears this weekend and with these joint practices, the Bears' strong suit is the pass rush, and our strong suit on our O-line right now is the pass protection.
Now, both teams are likely to showcase their franchise QBs. We know that the Bears are currently grooming Justin Fields for that position. So what can Bears fans expect to see from Tua?
They're going to see a much improved player this year. Believe it or not, I've been one of the most critical individuals about Tua Tagovailoa coming out of college. Some of the same concerns I had coming out of college. We actually saw his rookie season, but coming back this year, all last week, I went to training camp for about 5 days, and I can see the improved. I can see the difference big time, and it actually has me excited. It has the fan base excited. The kid isn't hesitating like he did last year. He's being a lot more aggressive with the ball. You can tell his body is back up under him from coming from that major hip surgery, and I just think that he's going to be that second-year player that blossoms and comes out and shows a lot of fire. And the Bears, they'll get a taste of it. They're probably getting a taste of it as we speak.
Now, Dolphins running back Myles Gaskins had been recorded in an interview saying that he's really excited to go up against that pass rush that you mentioned in Khalil Mack. So what are the Bears experiencing right now with Gaskins? What's special about him?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't be. It's all good to be optimistic, but don't name drop Khalil Mack in any optimism. All right, it doesn't get much better than that at all. But I will say this: Gaskins has earned his right for this team. He's a hard runner. If he hadn't gotten hurt last year, he would have been able to prove that on a larger scale. But as far as pass protection, that's one thing that I love about Gaskins is picking up blitzes and not scared to take on a lineman or a linebacker and lay that hit. But Khalil Mack, come on, Gaskins. But at the same token, he's a handful. Our running back group is a handful. A lot of smaller, shifty guys, and we're gonna do it by committee. But he will have the primary role. But again, the offensive line, run lanes has yet to be seen. So that's gonna be a huge test. So we'll see what the pass rush does.
For fans that want to connect with you, that love the way you talk, how you rep for the Miami Dolphins, I have tons of fans personal friends from Miami and from South Florida that rep their Dolphins just like you do, and the Canes as well. I can't forget that. So for people that want to connect with you, where can they do so?
You can find me on YouTube, TD Phins Talk, TD Phins Talk. Also, all my social media is TD Phins Talk, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm everywhere, Facebook. So you just find me there. We do live shows all the time. So, talking about the ins and outs. So hope to see you there.
And last words for Bears fans.
I will say this. Don't be disappointed after this week. It's just you ran into, a team that's about to win the Super Bowl. So keep your head up, just know that you're practicing against one of the best teams in the NFL. And this is a great practice to have, though. We have a great defense. You get to see your young quarterback, how he reacts to it. And, your offense, how will they be able to go against, the best defense in the NFL in the Miami Dolphins?
Oh my goodness. He will not let up. He's not going to let up on this best defense, y'all. It's just not going to happen. And let me ask while I got you here, Coach Flores and Nagy, they seem to have a decent relationship. I'm wondering how they might be able to help each other in terms of roster spots. Just, we know that the Bears right now offensively, they just got a lot of soft tissue injuries. A lot of guys have gone down. So it looks like they're going to probably need to add. Hopefully not, but they may need to add to the depth chart there. It seems that the Dolphins as well are still trying to figure out offensively how they can overcome a hurdle and just really solidify those positions as well. So just chatting with you, how do you think Flores and Nagy might be able to help each other out here, if anything?
I think, Flores and Nagy, they're the type of people that would actually tell each other what are some of the things that they struggle with, so that they can really lean on those areas so that both teams can be better. So the Bears, if they struggle in a specific area, Nagy's the type of guy, hey, Flores will struggle here, give us a lot of that. We want to, and where do you struggle, and I can give you a lot so that you all can work on it. So I just think that these are two coaches that are smart enough to not feel like it's giving them a disadvantage, but to help make their teams better. And also, like I said, relationships, you never know what comes out of it. So 2 weeks from now, there might be a big trade on the horizon,
Oh, Lord.
Khalil Mack in Miami.
Hey, I would imagine. No, it's not going to happen. But I would imagine that might be a dream location for him. Seeing that he's from Florida, and also his relationship with Reggie McKenzie, who was in Oakland. That was really, I feel like, responsible for drafting him, or strongly the majority probably influencing factor in drafting him to the Raiders. And then, if Reggie's going to be in town in Chicago, they do have that relationship, so now he's in Miami. So, you never know. I don't see it happening, but I guess you never know, right?
Well, what's the expectation for the Bears this year? Like record wise, do you see them actually making the playoffs and going far, or are they rebuilding something with Fields?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think they have to show improve. I think they have to follow up with that fantastic season they had in 2018. They have to show that they can redo that again, or I really feel like it's chopping block for at least front office staff. And we've seen it happen so many times, right, in the league, where they draft this new quarterback, young and exciting. the coach, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to perform. He's out of there. They bring somebody else new in, and then the team goes on to have success. I just feel like that's very common. It happens. It's a very common theme that happens across the league. So I think they have to show improve in order for the front staff, the front office, for those folks to keep their jobs. But then also they're struggling right now, O-line. I think they knew that they had to improve there, and they went out in the draft and acquired the talent that they needed, but people are injured right now. So I think right now preseason is going to be huge, because that's the opportunity for them to get reps, right, before the regular season comes. And if they're struggling going up against our defense, which is a great defense, hey, the league is only going to be tougher, right? So I think that's quite alarming. But, like you said, time will tell. We'll see. In a perfect world, they make the playoffs, they make, the postseason, they go on to have a great season with Andy Dalton. That would be quote unquote ideal. Is that realistic? We'll see.
I just ask myself all the time, when you got a young quarterback and he's the future, who are the best players on the team where if you want to be honest, you're wasting valuable years. Mm-hmm. Like are the Bears winning the Super Bowl now? I'm not going to say no, but it's not likely.
Hey, now.
No. We're going to win it.
You said Miami's about to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so that's why I know it's unlikely. But what we did when we knew we weren't going to win a Super Bowl 2-3 years ago, we traded our best player and got just treasures, 3 first rounders almost in 2 seconds. And instead of having a 3-year rebuild, we accelerated it because of that, being able to bring in young assets. And that's why I look at Khalil Mack. It's like the next 2 to 3 years of his just great play going to be wasted. And then whenever you all are ready to do it all, win a Super Bowl, is he going to be the same guy? So
right.
Just one of those things to consider. Send him to Miami.
Oh God.
No, that's something for him to seriously consider and to think about, right? It really is do or die. And I think the defense probably collectively feels that way, right? Akeem Hicks, Danny Trevathan, so they have to perform. Yeah. That's just it.
Gotta get it done.
Right. Well, thank you so much, TD. I appreciate a great conversation. Everybody, please connect with him over on TD Phins Talk on YouTube, and we'll connect some other time. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you so much.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on FanMedia's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.